Right, done a bit more on the Jap Jenny set. This is the GEC Dynamo that you normally find coupled to Jap 2As or Jap 2Ss. There's its maker's plate. So what I did, before I tore it all down, I colour coded the three wires that come out. So we got a green, a blue and a red. And on there we got green, blue and a red. So when it goes back into the box, I know where these go. There's me thinking ahead. So I've put new bearings in this since I last spoke about it. There's about 5 different types of grease in the bearing cap, but this was roaring away when you spun it up. And that's the, incidentally, the deep ball groove one goes in the front, this narrow one goes in the back. So the front one is the 6204A, which I have been informed FAG only sell those in pairs. You can't get them singly for whatever reason. And the one that goes in the back, this one is a FAG 6202. Okay, the dolly I was using to pull it off with has got stuck in the main bore there. Not to worry, it's not going to be used for anything else now anyway. So, requisite pace, that is gone. So, if ever you need to take these apart, 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4. Obviously take the pulley off first. Then what you do is you've got 3 studs there, and immediately behind that is where your bearing is for the front. So take that cap off of there. What you should then be able to do is, if you come in the back, those 2 screws here come off. That core plug, you can tap that out with a terminal driver, and if you can give it a couple of pats on the back end, this is your bearing sitting in here. So that'll come out. The back end, be careful, because inside here is where the brushes are kept. So watch how those come off. If needs be, behind here, take these 2 screws off. Behind there are 2 banana slots, so you can adjust the brushes and you can rotate them around to fine tune it. Okay, if you take those 2 screws out, you'll probably find it comes apart a lot easier. You won't put any stress and strain on any of the wires and the cables and the brushes and things. So once you've done that, your armature should come out towards the front. Once you got it out, it's just a simple matter of using a puller on the back one. That one comes off quite easy with a puller. The front one has got a 22mm nut on. If you take the 22mm nut off, then put a puller on it, you can then drag that off the front end of the shaft. Assembly is the reverse of dismantling. So this has all gone back together now and silky smooth. I've repacked it with moly grease. As I say, there's about 5 different shades of grease that come out of this blooming thing. Some of it was like toffee, some of it was black, some of it was grey, some of it was horrible. But the good news is she's now all trued up and running nice. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to show you a little trick, because apparently if they do this, you know you're onto a winner. So put that one on there. So all I'm doing is I'm getting cable F and cable A. If you sit them onto the battery like so, I'm going to do it now, you watch. a bit fiddly because I'm doing it one-handed. Right. So that's A and F. Also worth noting, if I change the polarity, John Pertwee style, invert the neutron flow and all that. Okay, so that says that all your windings are okay. What I've got to find out next is how you flash the little thing, because I spun this up before and it wasn't generating anything, and that was with the load on, so I suspect it needs flashing at some point. So that'll be my next video, but that was just something I wanted to show you very quickly really. As you can see, I've got a few other doodads and bits and bobs I've got to sort of work through. I've 3D printed some new front pieces. A rheostat. Also need a 50mm one of those if I can get my hands on one. This one's rusted up so bad inside, it might as well have barnacles on it. So that was dead, and that's the cut off. So I'll polish the contacts on that at some point, and then we'll start putting it back together. Right, so that's all from me. Stay safe, good health to everyone.